Spiritual Psychics TV is hosting the first annual recognition of achievements this December, acknowledging those who dedicate their lives to a spiritual act of kindness. Spiritual Psychics TV, bringing spiritual people together.
Well, hello everybody, good evening and welcome to Spiritual Psychics TV and a fortnightly edition of Collective Consciousness with me, your host, Bill Hughes. We are streaming live to you via Facebook and YouTube, and it's wonderful to see that we have so many of you here with us this evening. I'll be introducing my lovely guest medium to you all very shortly, but before I do so, I just want to run by a few of the house rules. Now, as I've mentioned, we are streaming live both via YouTube and Facebook. Please do be conscious and aware that your comments, when placed, take approximately 10 to 15 seconds to reach us and vice versa. So a little bit of patience there, please, if you will, everybody. And here at Spiritual Psychics TV, it's really, really important for us that we grow and we reach as many people as we possibly can. So I'm asking each and every one of you that are watching and joining with me this evening, please do share us out there. It's very easy for you to do on Facebook. Just hit that share button icon. And if you're watching via YouTube, there's a little swirly arrow icon just underneath the graphics box just here. And you can copy and paste that to all of your social media platforms. I'm so lucky to have the privilege of working with some of the most fantastic Earth's angels. And tonight is not going to be any different by any means. And I'm so excited to be able to introduce our lovely Ashley to you in a few short minutes. But just before I do so, Producer Richard, who is it that we've got joining us here this evening so I can say a few hellos, please, my friend? Oh, come on. Come on. Show me who's with us. We've got the lovely Stace Shaw. Hello there, Stace. Good evening to you, my darling. Thank you for joining. And Nikki Stainsby. Good evening to you, Nikki. Thank you for joining, my darling. We've got Mick Hayward joining us, watching via Facebook, saying good evening from Essex. Good evening to you, Mick. Thanks for joining, my friend. We've got the lovely Joe Clark saying hi, Bill, Ashley and Richard. Hi there, Joe. Thanks for joining, my lovely. We've also got Ian Mason saying, I love you. I love you too, my brother from another mother. I hope you're keeping well, Ian. He's not talking to you, Richard. He's talking to me. He's on mine. We've got watching via Facebook the lovely Patrick Monaghan saying hello, Bill. Hello to you, Patrick. Thanks for joining, my friend. It's lovely for you to be here with us. Laura Kirsty Marshall saying good evening from Aberdeen. Good evening to you, Laura. Let us know where you're watching from as well, guys, whether that be UK or overseas. We love to know where you're joining us from. We've got the lovely Vicky Taylor is also saying hi, everyone. Hello to you, Vicky. Thank you for joining. And we've got Amanda watching via YouTube saying good evening, everyone. Should we bring Ashley onto screen, Producer Richard?
Evening, everybody. Thank you very much for having me.
Like hi, Ashley. How are you, my lovely?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for inviting me this evening.
Oh, do you know what? I've been so excited. I've been really looking forward to sharing the platform with you. I know we've worked together once before, so I'm sure that this evening's going to go absolutely swimmingly. But for those people that haven't seen you, who are watching for the first time maybe here this evening, do introduce yourself and let them know a little bit about you.
Thank you very much. I'm Ashley Mills, and I am the president of Walton Spiritualist Church in Surrey. And I have been a platform medium for over 20 years, but I gave my first message when I was 4.5.
Wow. So you've been very conscious of spirit from a young age then, Ashley?
Yes.
How did that all come about?
I can't really tell you. I've never known any different that they've been around. But the first message I gave was to my teacher at the time. I told her about her aura, and I used to call them her fuzzies. I didn't realise there was anything wrong in telling her what they looked like that day. But a couple of days in, I soon realised that maybe there were some things that I knew that other people didn't, and I needed to be selective of who I talked about.
How fantastic. And you've had an amazing spiritual journey. I mean, I've been very fortunate to know you for the past few years. It's only been, the last maybe 3 or 4 years that we've got to know one another.
Yeah.
But can I just say that, you know what, I've watched part of your journey, and the job that you've actually done at Walton Spiritualist Church is phenomenal. It's absolutely fantastic. And I can't wait to come back and serve your church. It's absolutely beautiful. So well done, you.
Bless you. Thank you. I can't take all the credit. It's down to the team of committee and some very loyal members of the congregation that support us and have done for a long time. We work hard to open the church and maintain it for the people coming through the doors. It's as simple as that.
And it's absolutely beautifully done as well, might I add. So thank you so much once again for joining me on the show. Shall we say a few hellos to some more people that are here with us this evening, Ashley?
Absolutely. Let's see who's here.
Okay, after you.
Okay, we've got Tara Walker saying hi, Ashley. Hi. Tina, sorry. Hi.
We've also got Jane Wilson joining us from Facebook saying, wow, good evening to you, Jane. Thanks for joining, my lovely.
Welcome. Thank you, Lydia Bell. Nice to meet you too.
We've got Hayley Rogers watching via Facebook saying good evening. Good evening to you too, Hayley.
It's lovely that people are watching from different platforms. That's the beauty of SPTV. Watching from Liverpool, Joyce, welcome. Thank you for coming.
We've got the lovely Amanda watching via YouTube saying good evening, everyone. Good evening to you too, Amanda. Thank you for joining, my lovely.
And we've got Nadine saying hi all. Hi to you too. Thanks for coming.
LJ Blue Eyes, hello everyone. Hello to you too, LJ. Thank you for joining, my lovely.
And good evening, everyone, from Pauline. Good evening.
Natalie Rogers is watching us via Facebook saying good evening, everyone. Good evening, Natalie.
Evening, Richard, Bill and Ashley, and good evening all in the chat. And that's from Michaela via YouTube.
We've got our lovely Terry Wall, who works here at SPTV behind the scenes, saying good evening, Bill, Ashley and Richard. Good evening to you, lovely Terry. Thank you for joining, my darling.
Isn't it lovely that people still want to join in when they're already connected? And we've got hello, Bill, Richard, SPTV family and everyone. How's everyone this evening? And that's from Olivia.
Such a lovely community, as you can probably see there, Ashley, where everybody kind of like, they just converse between one another. One of the mortal sins that we never speak about, I'm not even going to say the word, I'm just going to spell it, FOOD. Do not mention it, otherwise we lose them in chat about it. We've got the lovely Seashells who's watching and joining us from YouTube saying hello and good evening. Hello and good evening to you, my darling.
And Laura is saying hello, everyone, and she's from YouTube as well.
Wonderful. And last but not least, we've got our lovely Alison Barton, again, another ambassador for Spiritual Psychics TV, who works incredibly hard back scenes. And she's joining us. So Good evening to you. And Terry, you've started it off now, haven't you? You are on the naughty step, I'm telling you. So I love the picture, the profile picture that Nadine Brooks has got there, where she's got that pussycat with that witch's hat on. But she's also put a comment up saying cake there as well. So that's fantastic. So guys, we are going to get started in just a moment. I can see we've got our lovely Sam Pert, who also joins with us, saying, was just going to ask what food we're talking about tonight, lol. Sam, you are also on the naughty step as well. So Ashley, I'm going to get things kicked off here this evening. So we'll pop you backstage and we'll bring you back on screen in a short while, if that's okay.
Great. See you in a bit.
See you shortly. See you shortly. Okay, so this evening we have decided we are going to do something just a little bit different here on Collective Consciousness. So as you regular viewers will know, generally we will start working with our spirit communicator and start presenting the evidence that they're bringing forward. However, this evening we're going to give it a slightly different try, where I'm and Ashley are going to be drawn to a name, to a person, to a profile picture that's joining here this evening. And we're going to see if we can work that way with our spirit link, communications and connections. So whilst I'm chatting away to you right now, what Richard's doing on my screen is he's randomly placing up everybody that's here joining this evening so that I can see if I'm particularly drawn to somebody who I'd like to work with. I must say this evening, as I started to open up to spirit and I spoke with Richard and Ashley just before we went live, I've been feeling incredibly emotional. So I know that I'm working on a very strong emotional link here this evening. Okay, I do know that I want to make a connection between a mother and a daughter here this evening. So I'm just looking out for that link, for that pull, for that person that I know that I need to be connecting with here. And then I'll start working on the communication. Okay, Richard, so if you can just randomize them a little bit quicker for me there, please. And then I'll... Okay, great, thank you. Just bear with us a moment, guys. Okay, I want to work with Natalie Rogers, please, if I may. Natalie Rogers, please, if I may, Richard. Natalie, I hope that you can take this information, my darling. I've just been drawn to your image. As I say, I'm very conscious of wanting to work with this link and this communication of connecting a mother and a daughter together here this evening. I feel overwhelmed with emotion as this lady joins me here tonight. Okay, the one thing that this lady started to do is she started to work with me clairaudiently. So I know that I'm listening, I'm hearing what it is that she's conversing to me. She talks about sleeping under the same sky. Okay, she brings that through very evidently about sleeping underneath the same sky. I know that there must be some connection here with the reason why she wants to bring that information forward there to you, my darling. Okay, I know with this lady as well, God love her, that I don't want to be a particularly big built lady. She gives me this, almost she gives me this essence of this frailness to her, a frailty to her that I want to be bringing forward. And I know again that she just draws my focus and my attention to the way that her physique would have been prior to her making her journey home to spirit as well. You would understand there that diminishment. Okay, she just wants to bring that evidence forward again. As I say, as she starts to conjoin her energies, just come a little bit closer. You must understand as well, please, my darling, here that there's been an awful lot of pent-up emotions that have been going on around you. And I really want to say that I feel and I understand the way that Mum works with me, okay, that this has just been over the last few recent days. I don't want to go outside of this week, okay? So you must understand about feeling very tearful. I just want to say that emotions are high, you would understand, as she gives this information there to me. She does make me feel, God love her, as she brings me into the physical. She does make me feel somewhat a little bit depleted, somewhat a little bit washed out. So I know she's trying to make me understand how you must be feeling at this moment in time. And I know that I just want to put this abundance of upliftment, not only just to physically help you on your way, but also to emotionally bolster you up there as well, my darling. I know with this lady, as she stands beside me, yes, lots of emotion. Thank you for giving me the feedback there, my darling. I knew that this link had to be opened up this way here this evening. I know as she comes through my door and she joins me within my room, okay, I know that you would understand the essence of her joining you in yours also. Could you please also understand the reason why she gives me a numbness to my face as well, okay? Because as she starts to impression herself upon me, I feel quite numb within my face, okay? I'm getting a very strong pins and needle sensation that runs all over it as she places this with me there. Again, converse with me through the comments so I know that you're understanding the information. There is a gentleman that stands beside her as well who joins her here. Now, this gentleman gives me a great sense and a great understanding that he is her father. So this would be grandfather that I'm bringing through here. As this gentleman stands very firm beside her, and I do need to say firm as well, okay? I know that this yes, you can take it all. Okay, my darling, thank you so much. I know as this gentleman stands incredibly firm beside her, okay, he wants to take me into the stance, he wants to take me into the characteristics of how he would have been when he was here on the earth plane. Now, this gentleman makes me understand that he would have come across quite harsh, okay? He wouldn't have meant to have been like that, but this is the way that he presents at this moment in time, okay? Very firm. When I say firm, I mean firm not only in my stance, but also within my mannerisms and the way that I would address people as well, okay? So I know it's very important, as he gives this information to me, that I also need to be passing this on to you and bringing, again, that into the present with regards to standing firm and making sure that you're being clear and concise with whomever it is that needs to hear this information coming from you. You would understand, my darling. And again, please let me know if this relates and I've understood that information correctly there for you. You would also understand, please, with Mum, that she works on my body. She takes me all throughout my body as she comes close to me. She makes me understand that she wouldn't have stood for a long time. She makes me understand there would have been an incredible weakness within her legs. I feel if she wasn't, okay, my darling, I feel as though if she wasn't standing, she would have been placed within a wheelchair because she just shows me a wheelchair. So I feel as though she would have had to have been pushed around somewhat towards the back end of her life because I feel immobile with her. Okay, God love her. She places that information with me. And I get a great sense of heartburn that she places upon me also. But again, I feel as though I want to bring this into the physical and I want to be placing that with you or someone directly connected to you as well, my darling. So please do let me know if you understand that information. Also, you are saying, yes, standing firm. Perfect. And I hope that you're saying standing firm in relation to you within the present right now as well, because it's very important that I relayed that information in that context that this gentleman gave me. Okay, you understand. Perfect. Can you also understand the name Tom or Thomas that's being called out to me here, please? Now, I'm not saying it would have been this gentleman's name, but I feel as though Tom or Thomas would have connected via this gentleman. He makes me understand. And I want this gentleman to be in the spirit world. I don't want him to be here on the physical plane there, my darling. Okay, let's see why they've come. Let's understand why they're making this communication here with us this evening. There's always a reason why they do this. Oh my God, yes, in a wheelchair. Thank you very much. Okay, because I just felt very immobile as she started to impression herself upon me there. And yes, you can take the heartburn as well. Perfect. That's absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much. Forgive me for being so, I don't want this to sound rude, okay? This is a quirky sense of humour that this lady would have had, okay? But she's saying to me about telling you to put your teeth in. So I know that there's something going on at this present moment in time around you with teeth or indeed dentures. You do understand, Tom, as well. That's perfect. Thank you very much. Now, looking at your picture that I can see on my screen, I know you've only just turned 21. Okay, so forgive me with the denture remark there. But I know that she's just been a little bit jovial as she passes this information forward to me there, my darling. So let me know if you understand once again what it is that she means by placing this information there with me. I do feel, and I do understand as well with this lady, that she would have really have been turned out particularly well, okay? And I also know with this lady that she would have loved her talcum powder as well, okay? Because she just places lots of talc around me at this moment in time. In fact, she places so much that it's like a cloud of smoke that's just appeared in front of my eyes there as well. God love her. Okay, let me see why they're coming. What is the reason of your visit here, my friends? Do give me a little bit more info. You're saying, oh yes, your teeth have come out. Okay, my lovely. But you would understand that she's doing this in such a jovial way. And I feel that this is an upliftment and a giggle that is very much needed around you at this moment in time. You do need, and you're waiting for your dentures. Perfect. That's absolutely fantastic. Okay. She sings happy birthday to me as well. So I know I want to acknowledge a birthday being present within this month, within the month of October. I want to leave that within this month. Again, let me know if you understand that information that she brings forward there. And can you also understand the name of May, or indeed the month of May that she wants to take me to as well there, please, my lovely, because she just calls that out as well. Okay. All right, okay. She talks to me as well about there being this feeling of anxiety when the letterbox is going, when the mail, when the post is dropping through the letterbox. Okay, I feel anxious as she gives this information to me. So I know that I'm waiting, or I'm dreading that letter that's coming through the letterbox. Please let me know if you understand that, because if you don't, I need to work harder with her. Oh my God, talc was like snow. Perfect, that's fantastic. That's what I was seeing. Cloud of smoke there with her. God love her. Okay, all right, okay. And I know that she would have also really been fond. May is very significant. Thank you, darling. I know that she would have been very fond of her peas and her carrots as well, because I get this taste and I get the smell of peas and carrots that are being brought forward here. So I know they would have been her two most favourite vegetables that she would have liked to have used when she was making meals here. God love her. But talk to me about the significance, please, of the letterbox, of the mail coming through the door, that anxiety. It's almost as though you're waiting on something, you're dreading on that dropping through there. Okay, my darling, that's the way that I'm perceiving the information that she gives me. Okay, I know that I want to send those healing angels out to you. I know I want to send you, don't quite understand the post, then I'm going to work on that a little bit harder for you. I know as I work on this healing vibration, I want to place a lot of healing around you and around your ankles, especially there, okay? Because mine are just bloating up, mine are going somewhat puffy as she gives this information to me. So we will ask those healing angels just to draw their energies close to you. I feel anxious as I'm looking at my front door. As she draws my attention to the front door, she draws my attention to the letterbox. Okay, so I know that I'm anxious with regards to news that I'm awaiting for. Now, whether she's shown that to me in a letter form, but I just need to open that up somewhat. Okay, I know that there's some type of news that I'm feeling anxious and I'm awaiting here around you. And again, I hope that that relates and you can understand it in that better context that she's just played out within my mind there as well, my darling. Okay. Can you also, they're giving me lots of names here. Oh my God, I can totally understand the post. Sorry, that's fine. Okay. Good. As long as we've got there, that's all that matters to me. They're working with me with lots of names here tonight. I'm very fortunate because Spirit don't often give me names, but I'm also, and your ankles are swelling, okay, darling. I'm also getting the name Sam being called out to me, but I feel as though I'm abbreviating, I'm shortening it for Samantha, okay? I feel as though Samantha is on the earth plane that I need to acknowledge around you as well here, please, my darling. So do let me know if you understand that information. I'm just going to get a parting gift from her for you, my darling, just before I send her on her way back up to the angels there for you. Okay, what is it you're giving me then, my lovely? You would understand, okay, you would understand why she wants to give me a marble rolling pin. Okay, it's white and it's grey in colour. Okay, but I do feel as though I want to say that the handles are being shown to me in a turquoise blue colour. Okay, and she brings this rolling pin through to me. I feel as though I really want to bring this through as a memory link association that you can acknowledge here, okay? But she just really wants me to start rolling out lots of pastry, okay? But as she rolls out this pastry, she leaves this as a gift for me to be placing with you, okay? So I know you can take Samantha good. Thank you, my darling. So I know that I just want to encourage you to follow up on that baking, those thoughts about going into baking, making, using a pastry, because I want to say that she says to me she was useless at making pastry herself. So I'm going to leave that with you, my darling, and I'm going to say God bless you and thank you so much for giving me the opportunity of working with you both. I'm going to hand over to our lovely Ashley Mills.
Good evening. Okay, I'm just going to ask Richard if he can alternate the profile pictures so that I can see. Okay, let's see who I'm. Okay, that's fine. Let's see who I'm drawn to. Yeah, so the names are just coming up randomly in the profile pictures. So I'm just seeing who I'm drawn to give my message to. Just going through the names and the profile pictures. Who's going to be the lucky one? It is indeed. Yeah. So keep commenting. Your profile pictures will come up more if you comment. I hope you're enjoying the show and I hope you loved Bill's demo. I think I'm with Debbie. I had that green D. Can I please link with you, Debbie? Okay, she's saying that would be cool. Yes, absolutely. To get a message from Spirit is always a gift, Debbie. Now, I've got a gentleman here and I feel on a father energy. If it wasn't father, it was grandfather, but I feel quite broad in the chest with this gentleman. And I also feel a tight chest with him towards the end of his life. And another thing that I was sensing with him when Bill was giving his message as your father figure was getting ready to communicate, Debbie, is I felt issues with down the right side of my body from the hip downwards. So just let me know if you can understand that information in the comments so far. So I've got a father figure, either father or grandfather, with broad shoulders, a sensation of a tight chest, and also a sensation of issues down the right side of the body from the hips down. So predominantly affecting the right leg. Let me know. Okay. Okay, so that comment is just due to come up, I'm being told. No problem at all. Okay, he's communicated today. How wonderful that you're getting a sort of double message from him today. Real blessing, true blessing. Now, as he's linking with you and wanting to pass on communication to you today, Debbie, he's talking about you standing your ground. He's talking about you making sure that your feet are really solid, really grounded, that no one should let you feel imbalanced or push you off center. He really wants you to feel strong right to your core, chin up, shoulders back, and walk tall. So do let me know if you can understand the situation that would need you to have that perseverance and resilience in being really true to yourself right now, not letting anyone, bless you, amazing, not letting anyone make you doubt yourself. That is so important. And I really, really wish all the recipients of the message could feel the energies from spirit as well. But I'm getting this absolute, I can only call it a wave of pride and support for you, Debbie. It is so strong. As I link with your dad, it feels like my heart is going to burst out my chest. Okay, it's a big issue. And don't worry, they will only mention in public readings what they absolutely need to say so that you understand. They will never give specific details. They will never disrespect your privacy. That's more for private one-to-one readings where they can give more specifics where there aren't other people listening. But he just wants you to have that strength and that resilience. It's as if you're doing the 400-meter race and you've done 300 meters already and you're on the back straight. You're on that last little bit. And he says, if you think about the situation, you've done the hard bit, you've done the majority, you're just doing the end bit. So it's time to really go for that finish line. He doesn't want you to give up. Wonderful. I'm so glad you can understand that information and you can place the situation that he's talking about. He's so proud of you, my darling. And that's the phrase that he's giving, because when I give messages, I'm not the sort of person that uses flowery languages, but he's calling you my darling. He says, I'm so proud of you, and he's willing you to reach your goal. He wants you to get to the point where you can dot the I's and cross the T's and put this situation on file and draw a line and move past it. Okay. And I'm also getting the sense of other family members that are coming in on his side of the family to add their energy and strength to your dad's energy as well. And I do get a sense of a particular connection with his mum, so your grandmother. Now, he's not telling me initially whether there was a particular closeness in personality or whether it was proximity, whether she lived nearby that made the fact that she was close to you. But she's coming in very strongly with your dad to add her love and support because she, oh bless. Well, it's not about doing it for him, Debbie. It's about doing it for you. And that's what he's saying. It's not about trying to prove anybody wrong and go, no, 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 I told you so. It's about proving it to yourself. And I know you love him and he loves you too. But it's about proving to yourself that you could do it despite all the odds that seem to be stacked against you. And he's giving reference to playing card games because he's saying in life it's not about the hand you're dealt with, it's how you play it. So I don't know whether you remember playing card games as a family, whether that included your grandmother, whether it was times together where you all played card games together, but it's that reference of how you play the hand, not the hand you're dealt. Okay, I'm also getting spring flowers for you, please, and particularly tulips. Oh, bless. I know there's so much strength coming towards you. So tulips, very vibrant, bright colors, because that's what you need. You need that burst of energy. You need that vibrancy of color, almost like a rainbow of energy from spirit towards you to keep you going. And also not just to complete this situation that you're currently dealing with, but also to help recharge your batteries and replenish your energies so that you're ready to start the next phase in your life. Because I'm getting the sense, especially from Gran, that you're not the type of person that would sit on your laurels. It's not about just finishing one thing and being complacent. It's also about what next? What do I want next in my life? Oh, bless. Okay. Because there's always been things that you've looked towards. There's always been goals that you've thought about, but it's not a time to just think about it. It's a time to go and get them, your Gran is saying. Okay, and it's interesting she's saying gran. People have different names for their grandparents. I called my mum's mum Nana because I didn't actually know my dad's mum, but it was Nana. But your dad's mum is saying gran. Oh, bless you. Oh, I'm so glad you can understand all this information. But they're also talking about March as being significant. So it's not just those spring flowers that they're bringing in, it's that time of year. So you might be able to tie that significance to either your dad, yourself, or your nan. But that spring energy is about starting fresh things, new ideas, new product, new projects, new situations, and wanting freshness in your life to reinvigorate. Oh, well, we always know when we're guided to go to a church, or when we're guided to get a private reading, or we're guided to watch a show such as this lovely show that Bill arranges for everyone. So I'm just glad you felt that guidance strong enough to make the effort to come, Debbie. It truly is a blessing that you've received such strong communication from your dad and your family today. And I really hope that spurs you on and gives you confidence for the future to know that they are absolutely behind you 110% of the way. Their commitment to loving you and supporting you and encouraging you has never, ever lessened. And they absolutely want you to know that cast iron, they only want the best for you, but you have to decide what you want to go towards, and then that gives them the inkling to support that goal. Oh, okay. I've got the sense that also it's your grand's husband that's touching your shoulder. It's as if he's putting his hand on your shoulder, as well, as if to say, don't forget me. I'm here too. I don't feel your grandfather was a man of many words. He was very concise with what he's saying, but when he did have something to say, it absolutely held power. Oh, bless you, Debbie. Well, please know that all I'm doing is passing on what Spirit want me to say. I am purely their mouthpiece this evening, so do thank Spirit. I am literally just giving them their voice for what they want you to know and acknowledge. But it's wonderful that your family are here for you. They're encouraging you, and also they're saying dream big. Very, very interesting that has been a phrase I've seen, and I don't know whether you've seen it on social media a lot, but I've seen social media posts. I've also seen it on a lot of graphics. Dream big. In other words, don't settle. Make those goals big. Don't diminish your potential or what you are entitled to. The universe is limitless. So please remember that the universe and Spirit are ready to support you in achieving anything you want if it's right for you. So don't settle for less than you deserve, my darling. Okay. And I'm so glad that it has boosted your spirits and giving you a sense of confidence and reassurance this evening. And I thank you for joining us. And I'll hand back over to Bill.
That was such a beautiful message. Thank you so much, Ashley. And it was so lovely to see Debbie conversing back and just basically reaffirming everything that it was that Spirit have given you to bring forward here this evening. So Debbie, God bless you.
You did say it would be emotional.
Do you know what? And that's absolutely right, isn't it? I mean, prior to us going live tonight, and I still do feel emotional now.
Yeah.
I really do. So I know that these connections that are happening here this evening, just like any other connection, I have to say that, but especially this evening, I just feel that there is so much love and compassion and emotion that's coming forward with them. I know that when I was actually having my meeting with them upstairs, my team, and I was talking to them about the way that Richard had suggested maybe we would do things here this evening. They conjoined their energies with me in such a different way. Do you know, it almost felt as though I had many heartbeats in my chest. It wasn't just my own. I know that sounds really bonkers, but like that's what I felt here this evening. So it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, these connections. So shall we go in and do another personal message each, and then we'll try and do a conjoined link before we close up this evening?
All right.
Okay. All right then, Richard, would you please be kind and randomise the names on screen there for me? And guys, please do remember, share us out there. Do help us here at Spiritual Psychics TV grow by sharing us to all of your social media platforms. God bless you and thank you so much. Okay, so I can see that the names are starting to randomise now. Okay. So I know whoever I've got with me, you need to draw me to whoever it is that I'm going to. But I know that I've got problems with my digestion here because they're just placing. Stop on Hayley Rogers, please. Hayley Rogers, she had this beautiful pink colour around her face there. Loved and shared to family and friends. I've just seen her comment. Wonderful. Hayley, my darling, I feel as though I'm being drawn to work here with you this evening. I have the essence of a gentleman who joins his energies here with me this evening. He's getting me tongue-tied, so I know there would have been issues with this gentleman getting his words out, okay? I know there would have been problems with getting my words out with this gentleman, but I know I've got digestive issues that are going on around me at this moment in time. Whether he's making me understand this would have been with he, or indeed I'm placing this within the present with you. I know that I just want to be bringing the essence of that information forward there for you, my darling. And boy, oh boy, haven't you found what it is that you've needed to pull from within at this moment in time? I feel that this gentleman connects to me on a father link vibration. So if I'm not with dad, I'm with dad's dad. You would understand here. I feel as though I'm a very tall gentleman. I'm sentiently feeling, so that means I'm picking up the feeling of the messenger here. Okay, he makes me feel as though I'm standing tall as he steps forward. He makes me feel as well as though there would have been a dark head of hair upon him. Okay, and he also makes me understand, God love him, that he was a real fighter when he was here on the earth plane, and I feel and understand with the way that he's now communicating to me that he would have put up a fight, okay, prior to him making his journey home there to spirit. Okay, but this inner strength, boy oh boy, is he so proud that you've actually found that. Do you know what I want to say to you? That he makes me understand and he makes me feel that you finally found the voice. I hope that that makes sense. And again, darling, converse with me through that comments box so that I know that the information he's given me, I'm understanding. He's your uncle, your father's brother. Okay, my darling. Okay, forgive me. You would understand, though, that he was very much like a fatherly role within your life, okay, because that's very much the essence and the understanding that he gave me here, okay. You would understand as well with this, oh my God, yes, he certainly did. Perfect, okay. You would also understand with this gentleman as well that I feel weightless, okay. So he's placing this sensation upon me, okay. So he's making me understand that there wasn't anything else that he physically had to give towards the end. And you know what? He knew that it was his time to go. It was almost as though this gentleman acknowledged that and made everybody aware of that as well. His fight was done and he was happy to make his passing, his crossing over to spirit there as well. You would understand. You're saying, yes, he certainly was. Perfect. Oh, absolutely. But you can understand why he's really getting me tongue-tied. I'm really having to work hard with him. I'm having to slow him down somewhat here because he would have been a very excitable character. You would know that, okay? But for some reason, I just need to slow things down with him so that I can process and I can understand. So again, I feel as though I just need to be bringing that essence forward here on the platform. Oh my God, yes, he was smiling in chair before he passed, absolutely. And you know that that passing was a very gentle transition as well. And you also know, he tells me here as well, that he would have spoken about that visitation from spirit, that they were ready to receive him. They were showing him that tunnel. Okay, he had throat cancer, he couldn't talk. That's the reason why he's slowing out. That's the reason why I can't get my words out with him. Thank you very much for working with me, my darling. The tunnel of light, the tunnel of light. He keeps repeating it over and over to me here. So that must be significant information that he makes me want to share here with you as well there, my darling. Can you also understand why he takes me into my right arm and he actually... I feel as though this is where the intravenous would have been, okay? And I feel that there would have been a swelling on this arm. It would have made me feel very uncomfortable to the point where I want to rip it out. I want to pull it out. You would understand that, please, my darling. You're saying yes, spot on. I don't think it's to what I've just said. I think it's to the previous information. Once I've given it, it's gone. I've forgotten it. But you would understand about that removal of that intravenous, okay? And I do feel as though it's in my right arm. I do feel as though I'm uncomfortable with that as well, okay? And I feel as though I'm being a bit stubborn as well, as it gives this information there to me, my darling. I'm just asking him now why it is that he's come to make this visitation, why he's come to make this connection with you. Oh my God, yes, perfect. Okay, thank you for understanding and accepting that information again there. Okay, all right. I've got to say to you to tell the boy to shave. He talks to me about telling the boy to shave. So I know there must be a young man around you. I feel as though I'm a young gentleman that's in my early teens, and I want him to have a good shave because he's talking about bum fluff. You would understand, okay? He talks to me about bum fluff. So I'm just bringing the information forward again that he shares. He's a bright character. He really is. And I feel as though I don't want to connect this young gentleman to him. I feel as though I want to connect this young gentleman more directly to you. You would understand there, my darling. And also, I do know that as he gives this information, I feel as though I need to be acknowledging this. He was very stubborn. Thank you, my darling. I also feel as though I need to be acknowledging this flu-like symptom as well that he just wants to place upon me. Am I still there, Richard? Because my screen went a little bit wonky just then, my friend. Okay, fine. Okay, all right. It's just something went a bit bonkers. That's obviously the energy of spirit. God love him. Okay, Bill, get back into your focus. Get back into the message. Okay. Okay. Can you also understand as well, please, that I just want to marry up. I just want to marry up the numbers on dominoes here as well, please. So he's bringing that forward. I feel that this would have been a pastime. This would have been something that would have been partaken in within, again, the family. I feel as though this would be something between the two of you that he just wants to bring forward here. Yes, it's your partner with the shaving. Thank you very much. Okay, because I just want to get rid of it. It's like it's bum fluff, he's telling me. And I hope you understand that word. Both yourself and Dad got COVID. Okay, that's the flu-like symptoms. Okay, that he was just placing there as well. And I want to call you Mrs. Mop as well. And I need to get you to slow down, my darling, with the mopping, okay? Because I've got an overwhelming sense and smell of bleach that just comes in underneath my nose here. I know you're going way over the top with the housework at this moment in time, and I just want to get you to slow down a little bit. He does place upon my wrist, and I'm saying to him, it doesn't look very attractive on me, my friend, but I know that it's a gift that I'm bringing forward for you there, my darling. Okay, he brings through to me a Swarovski crystal Diamante style bracelet that he just places upon my wrist here, okay? And I feel as though this is something that I need to be acknowledging here within the present right now, you would understand. And if I'm not in the present, then I need to emphasize present, okay? So please do let me know if that sits well with you again and you understand why he's given that information to me in the context he has done. Okay, oh my God, yes to the bleach as well, okay? And he talks to me about the being able to function. Okay, the first thing that we're doing of a morning. It's almost as though I'm smelling the coffee. I know that I need to have at least 2 cups of coffee. Now, whether this sits with him or indeed this sits with you, again, I know I just need to be bringing the emphasis of that information forward there, and I want it sweet as well, because he's just placing lots of sugary taste within my mouth as he gives that information there to me also. Okay, all right, my friend. Okay, who's got his cap as well, please? Someone has his cap. He's talking about his cap. So I know that that's still here within the physical, and someone has that. I feel as though whoever has it, it is the right person. That's the right person. It's the correct person who should have had that. Okay. Yes, Tree of Life Swarovski crystal bracelet. Wonderful. Thank you very much indeed. All right, let's see where else we're going with him just before we send him back off up to the angels, because I can feel his energies are just beginning to draw back a little bit here with me now as well. And I know I need to be, that's your mum with the coffee. Thank you. And I know that, all right, give me that again. Okay. Because as you placed mum up, it's almost as though I need to acknowledge about placing lots of healing around mum at this moment in time. He stopped me in my tracks. He actually just flashed blue light in front of my eyes as you placed mum up there. Dad has his cap. Perfect. That's great. Okay. I know mum's feeling it at this moment in time. Okay. It is. You're blown away. God bless you. Okay, my darling. I know mum's feeling it at this moment in time. He shows me angel wings actually being wrapped around her. So I know at this moment in time, I need to acknowledge that there's been loss around mum on mum's side of the family. Okay. And that the angels have received. The angels are close. The angels are working incredibly hard to give mum that healing that it is that she needs. Not so much physical, but emotional now I'm getting played out within my mind. Just before I send him off up there, back to the angels, darling, I'm going to get your parting gift there for you from him. Okay, my friend. Okay. You must understand, my darling, you must understand about your love for tumble stones, please, because he places moss agate into my mind, and he shows me an arrangement and an assortment of tumble stones as he gives this moss agate to me. Green is the colour which draws me into my heart. I know just before I send him up on his way that I'm acknowledging all of this beautiful self-love that you've found, that you've actually really kind of like acknowledged very recently, and I must add, but also I'm staying on that vibration of that love, that essence, that emotion that Spirit have worked very, very hard with both myself and Ashley here this evening. And I know I just want to leave his love with you. So please do take that message with the intention that was meant. And I'm going to say, God bless you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity of working with you and he. And I'm going to send him on his way. God bless you, my darling. Ashley, I'm going to come back over to you, my lovely.
Thank you very much. Beautiful message there. And Hayley just said, oh my God, yes, so emotional. So we know that Spirit are so close, and the angels are helping those communicators come through so that people can really feel what they've got to say. The messages are really profound this evening. I'm just waiting for Richard to alter the profile picture so I can see who I'm drawn to for my last one-to-one message. Okay, so we're starting off. Just reading the names. Keep commenting, everyone. All coming up randomly, so just waiting to be drawn to someone. Okay, I think I'm with Ruth. We can go back to Ruth. I hope there's only one Ruth. We don't have to question who. That's it, Ruth. Good evening, Ruth. Lovely to see you connecting on YouTube this evening. And I feel I've got a lady here on a motherly vibration. If it wasn't mum, it might be grandmother, it might be aunt, but a very motherly energy as this lady draws in to communicate for you. And the sense I get with this lady is that she had a cancerous condition in the chest area, because I get the sense that I started with chesticles, as we say. I'm trying to be politically correct, but then I didn't have them as much. Okay, I'm never sure the PC way of referring to them in messages, but this lady had a double mastectomy, and what she is making me aware of is that for a short part of time initially after the operation, she felt she lost her femininity, but it didn't take long for her to realize it wasn't tied up to what she'd lost. It was who she was as a person still. And she could still express, bless Nan, she could still express her femininity in other ways, because I'm seeing scarves, I'm seeing jewelry. She made an effort with her clothes still to still feel feminine, so she didn't lose that aspect of who she was as a person. And she's talking about you really expressing yourself at this current time. Don't let anyone make you feel like a wallflower, that you're being pushed into the background or pushed into the scenery. She wants you acknowledged. She wants you to have credit for what you deserve. So I don't know whether you've been working on something as part of a team, or you've been doing some sort of consultancy or freelance work, but I get the sense that you've been doing some work, and she wants acknowledgement of that effort. Less. Okay, absence. Right. Now, it's very hard when we lose someone that we're close to really get over the void that they leave behind. But she's saying that in the last 3 weeks, and she's being incredibly specific with that, that you have felt her around more closely again. So I don't know what it is she's been trying to do to show you that or tell you that. Okay. But she's really trying to make you feel and know that she is around. Okay. She wants your voice to be heard. So if you would understand it, you said you're trying to move. Don't let anyone drag their heels, whether that is solicitors, whether that is estate agents. Don't let anyone drag their heels. Make your voice known, that this situation is important to you, that it matters to you, that you're asking their professional support to get this done, and you're expecting them to be professional. She says, don't let them push you aside as if you're just one in a conveyor belt. She says, you matter to. Okay, good. I'm so glad you feel her, because she's really trying to make her presence known. I'm so glad you understand that, Ruth. It's not about other people acknowledging the accuracy of our messages. It's the recipient understanding and acknowledging it. So what she's talking about is you visualizing all the steps in moving going smoothly, as if all the groundwork of setting the dominoes in place has been done, and you can knock it down and unveil that picture and visualize having the key to your new home in your hand. This is what she's telling me for you to visualize, but make that visualization strong and powerful. You might want to draw it. I don't know whether you're techie, but some people like doing sort of clip art or sort of Canva or something like that, or whatever you use, but really visualize all those stages being smooth and easy, straightforward, and getting that key to your new home in your hand and opening the door, and that whole process being worth it. That's what it's about. You know why you wanted to take this big step, and it is a big step. It's one of the most significant things that can happen in someone's life is moving house. It can also be the most stressful, but it doesn't have to be. And that's also what she's trying to make you aware of. Whatever you can do to relax during this process, to feel calm and confident about this process, will be worth it. Okay, brilliant. I'm so glad. But visualize opening the door to your new home, visualize putting all your things out, rearranging your furniture, and it's all fitting in the space beautifully, and putting your own stamp in your new home, whether it is decorating, whether it is certain little special possessions in certain places. But visualize making that new home yours, so you're not just visiting someone else's home. And she's saying the stronger you can make that intention, the better. But she's saying you're doing everything your side. You've just got to make everyone else aware that you expect them to meet you halfway as well. And because your nan was a lady that didn't suffer fools. You know, if she asked for someone's advice or a product or a service, she expected someone to meet her with that professionalism. So she wants you to feel confident that people will be professional and assist you in that way. This was a lady you would understand that wasn't afraid of hard work. Interestingly, before I connected with her to start giving you this message, I rolled my sleeves up. She wasn't afraid of rolling her sleeves up and getting stuck into something. A very practical lady, a very down-to-earth lady. She enjoyed cooking for her family. She didn't pretend she was a cordon bleu chef, but she made it with love. She cooked with love, and she loved having her family around. Nothing gave her more pleasure than the times shared with everyone. That's how she's making me feel. And it didn't have to be a specific event like a birthday or Christmas. Just any time where people could get together mattered, and she made the most of it. And she's also asking me to pass on thanks for the little touches that were made that for her funeral and her send-off, as she's calling it. You would understand that people made particular effort on certain little touches, either for her funeral service or something about the way she had her send off. Oh, bless. Well, but you're smiling. You've got that emoji smile because there's obviously something about her cooking that makes you smile, and it triggers those happy memories, because it's about the company that matters, not the food. She said she wasn't a cordon bleu chef, but she did what she did with love. Okay. But she's asking me to be specific in acknowledging thanks on from her side about the little details for her send-off. Okay. I don't know whether it was to do with people being very mindful of discussing with the undertakers about her appearance, or whether it was little details in her funeral service. But she's talking about someone taking pains or special attention to little details during her send-off. She's also talking about you suddenly smelling fragrances around you out of nowhere. Now, whether that is a particular flower or a particular perfume that you would associate with her, but that's one way she's trying to let you know that she is around. So do take her love. She's absolutely waiting to crack open the bubbly and chink glasses with you when you get into your new home. And just know that keeping that momentum going, keeping that positivity going, and cracking the whip on those professionals to do what you're asking them to do. And I'll say lots of love, and thank you very much for connecting with me.
Oh, thank you so much, Ashley. What another beautiful, beautiful message. Now, We're going to attempt to do a conjoined link in just a couple of minutes, aren't we? But first of all, we're going to let producer Richard pop up on screen what's coming up on SPTV tomorrow, guys.
You're watching A Collective Consciousness with Bill Hughes, broadcasting on Facebook and YouTube. The show will continue after these short announcements. Tomorrow afternoon from 1 p.m, Sam O'Neill hosts her Rune Show, offering free readings and guidance. Later in the evening on Friday, Ashley Robinson hosts Being Spiritual, a thought-provoking and philosophical show that starts from 8 p.m. Saturday night we have our demonstration of Mediumship, a show that welcomes different guests each week. That starts from 8 p.m. For more information on our broadcasts, schedule, and information about the presenters, please visit our website. That's it for all the announcements. I'll pass you back to Bill and his guest. Enjoy the rest of your day.
So that's what we've got coming up on this.
You're watching a
Oh, hello. Are we back? So that's what we've got coming up on SPTV tomorrow, guys. So please do tune in if you've got the spare time and support all of the other lovely presenters that we've got here on the channel. Speaking of the channel, I know that producer Richard did mention to me that coming up this Sunday, the nominations open for your favourite spiritual medium, light worker, church, channel, whatever it is that you want to vote for. Go onto the SPTV website and you'll be able to place your nominations with voting opening a week after. We've got the lovely Minty May who's joining on Facebook. Now, the lovely Minty will be joining me in 2 weeks' time on the show. So hi there, Minty. I hope you're well there, my friend. Thank you for joining. But for the meantime, what we're going to do, or what we're going to attempt to do, hey, Ashley, is work on that one conjoined link. So, as you are a wonderful guest here on Collective Consciousness this evening, I'm going to let you pick the person that you're drawn to.
Okay, here goes. So we're running through the list of profile pictures and seeing who we're drawn to. Okay, so we're just being aware that some people are experiencing some internet issues or connection issues. So we're going to do our best to carry on regardless. Hey, Bill.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay, Amanda. I saw a beautiful sunset with you, Amanda, on your profile picture. But I'm being asked to say by a lady in spirit that's making me aware of fuzziness and pain in the head area. I don't know whether it was a stroke or an aneurysm or some sort of condition affecting that part of the body. But she's being very clear now in saying one day closes, but another day dawns. And it's as if to say, one phase in your life is closing and coming to an end, but don't be scared about the start of something new. This was a lady that I don't feel was very educated, but she was an intelligent lady. And it's really important that we respect the difference there. We don't have to have letters after our name to be intelligent. There's so many studies now that there's lots of different levels of intelligence. And one is extrasensory perception IQ. There's far more different IQs than just academic. And this lady was quite philosophical, but she was very practical as well, Amanda. You know, she had that beautiful duality. And this is why it's really interesting that I was drawn to your profile picture, because the sun and the moon don't ask each other permission to shine. They each take their turn and they're each valid. And that's what she's asking me to pass on to you. Don't be scared of the close of one phase and the dawn of a new one. Okay. I don't know whether Bill's got anything else linking in with the lady, or if there's another communicator that he's picking up on for you, Amanda. Okay, your grandmother, lovely.
I do feel as though I'm on the same vibration as you. It's funny that you said about philosophy or philosophical, because I feel with this lady that, you know what, the words that I would have shared with everybody would have been very, very meaningful. I feel as though the essence of whatever it was that we spoke of with her really touched our inner souls. I feel as we connect with Amanda, instantly that we've got a very, very like-minded spiritual soul that we're conversing with. I actually feel with Amanda that I want to link with her on a healing vibration. So I know that she must have some type of healing capacity, that she actually serves spirit, or she should be channeling into this to be serving spirit. Okay. But the words of wisdom that this lady shared touched our inner souls. And it's almost as though, although this lady's passed over to spirit, those words and those stories that she shared are still relived to this day through generations. And it's important that I speak about generations as well. Okay. I feel with this lady that yes, she says she understands that. Perfect. I feel with this lady as well that she would have been a very well loved and a very well liked individual. Okay. I feel with this lady as well that she would have come from a large number of siblings within the family, because she talks to me about many. She says to me many as she communicates with me. So I hope again that Amanda can relate and understand the information that it is that I'm deciphering here, Ashley. And that's all I've got from her at this moment in time. So I'll come back over to you to see if you can get anything else there.
Now we've spoken about the philosophical aspect to your Nan's character, Amanda, but I don't ever think it was forced. She didn't try to be philosophical. There were just suddenly instances, and I'm sure Bill can understand this from the mediumship level, that words just came from her, and she didn't necessarily understand why she was suddenly saying something very meaningful, but she learned to let it happen. And she knew that whatever she was meant to say had a reason for it. Thank you for that acknowledgement of the big family, and Amanda. But this lady just wanted to try and help people. She was a giver. She didn't expect much from life, and she's saying, you know, being part of a big family, you had to take your turn and you had to sort of fend for yourself, but it didn't stop her wanting to help and wanting to give. So I also get a sense from her that there was a charity aspect to her character. She would always have given what she could to help others. She said she didn't have much, but she had more than others. So where she could help other people, she would. Anything else you're picking up from Nan or anyone else, Bill?
I'm just getting absolutely a giver, she's saying. Yeah. That's fantastic. Brilliant. Thank you for the feedback there, Amanda. I'm getting, again, jovial context that's dropping into my mind. It's mind-to-mind communication that I'm receiving here. And I want to say to Amanda, why am I having to make a reference about who's the witch of the family? And it's really funny because we've got Halloween coming at the end of this month. She takes my mind to the end of the month. She shows me the stripy socks that the witches would have worn. Okay, but she talks about the witch of the family. So it's almost as though what she's trying to give me an understanding here, I feel as though she would have and not within a rude context. I have to say that, not within a rude context. I feel as though people would have said she was like the witch of the family, because it's almost as though she had that insight. It's almost as though she kind of like had those premonitions. It's almost as though she was inside our minds. And again, Amanda, I hope that you can understand and relate to why she gives that to me, but also the fact why she wants to take me to the end of this month, why she wants to take me towards Halloween. So if this isn't for Halloween, then I need to be acknowledging that there's a relevance around the back end of October with regards to either an anniversary, a birthday, or a passing that she wants to take me to. I can see you're saying, ha ha, elaborate on it, share it with us, let us understand why you're laughing there, my darling. Again, Ashley, I come back over to you, my lovely.
Okay. Now I'm now picking up on a sense of her holding a baby in her arms. Now I don't know whether this is literally an acknowledgement of someone that lost a baby in the family. Maybe it was her or someone else in the family that you're aware of, or whether it is symbolic of someone maybe giving up on an idea or a new start and having to readdress that thinking, because symbolically babies can be about new beginnings and new starts. So do let me know what you think of that, whether it's you can understand it literally or symbolically, because she's saying there are some things that will always come round more than once. It's not always your one and only chance. So if it's a question of timing that you understand wasn't quite right, either in terms of literally having a child or starting, okay, your daughter lost a baby, bless. There's a sense of the opportunity will come round again. It's not a completely missed opportunity. But do know that the souls of infants that either didn't touch the earth plane before they were due to be born, or they only lived a short while after being born, they still continue to be connected to the family. They still consider you their family. So that loving bond is never lost. And although it can be a painful experience, there's a lot that can be learnt from having even a brief contact with that little soul. It can bring people together. It can bring out compassion in people and understanding and awareness in people. So the experience is never ever wasted. It's about how we view it and how we see the silver lining. But Nan is definitely saying it's not a completely lost opportunity. So I want to give that awareness to you.
Lovely. I'm just going to wrap things up here, if I may, Ashley, unless you have any other additional information that you'd like to add here. But I feel as though I'm just tapping in more so to the emotion of this lady here now. I feel as though I want to take Amanda down to Mandy. I want to give my Mandy my love. I want to leave you with a packet of strawberry chewits. And I also want to give you that Fergie bow to place into the back of your hair. She takes me back down memory lane with the Fergie bows that would have been out when we were grown, when we were younger. I know that there would have been this bow that would have been placed in the back of your hair, and she leaves you with a packet of strawberry chewits. And I'm leaving her love with you, and I feel as I'm saying, my Mandy. So God bless you, my darling. Thank you so much for giving myself and Ashley the opportunity of working with you and your beautiful, beautiful loved one. Thank you so much.
But the last
Wasn't
thing
that
I
lovely?
just wanted to quickly add as a parting thing from your Nan Amanda, the image of a butterfly. Because experience always helps us grow and transform.
Oh, bless. So, Amanda, I hope that you can take that information, my lovely. God bless you. Thank you for giving us the opportunity of working with you. And we will send her back off up to the angels there. Ashley, it's been such a wonderful Thank you so much for joining me here on Collective Consciousness. It's been absolutely beautiful.
It's been wonderful. Thank you for the invitation, and thank you, Catherine, for your lovely message. Very positive messages tonight. Thanks to Bill and Ashley. Good night. Good night, Catherine. It's all, we never automatically assume that we get feedback, but it's always lovely when we do, because it just means that we've done our bit, being an open channel and allowing spirit to speak through us. So whenever I'm called to work, I always see it as an honor and a privilege. And it's been wonderful working with you, Bill.
Bless you, Ashley. Thank you so much indeed. And again, producer Richard, thank you so much for making it happen. I'm always grateful for you and for what it is that you give me the opportunity to bring to the show. And to all of you lovely, lovely viewers who religiously join me and my guest mediums every 2 weeks, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Collective Consciousness wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for you guys. So God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you in 2 weeks' time, as you saw earlier on with the lovely Minty May. But once again, just before I leave you, Ashley Mills, God bless you. Thank you so much for working with me. And let's just give everybody a little wave good night before producer Richard takes us off the screen. May the love and light of spirit be with each and every one of you. God bless, guys. Night, night.
God bless everyone. May the angels go with you.
Spiritual Psychics TV .online. Spiritual Psychics TV isn't just an online broadcasting service. We also offer many features via our website. SPTV offers a unique directory that uses geolocation to find your nearest reader or venue, just by using your postcode. The Academy section allows anyone to upload and create their own spiritual courses within minutes. For those who like to read, then our online magazine area will offer just that. The SPTV shop enables anyone to start their online shop, be it to sell used or new items. You can also find our schedule and information about our shows.
Spiritual Psychics TV, bringing spiritual people together.